phenol. This is prescribed for BSc second sem, in which I would like to cover the introductory part of phenols, classifications, acidic nature of phenols, and comparison with cyclohexanol, and then the preparation of this phenol, and then reactions of phenols, in which in this also focusing on the reactions like electrophilic substitutions and some of the named reactions like Coben-Husserl reactions, Getterman reactions, then Reimer-Timer reactions, Bowman reactions, etc. In all these named reactions, I have compiled the mechanism of actions also.
Let me discuss about the introductions to the phenol. Phenols are the compounds containing hydroxyl groups attached directly to an aromatic ring. Okay, phenols are represented by the general formula AROH. Okay, where AR is an phenyl group, that means C6H5 group, or substituted phenyl group. Substituted means paranitro substituted uh, aromatic ring, like that. So the classification concerned phenols are classified into monohydric, dihydric, etc. So the phenol, according to the number of hydroxyl group, are 1, 2, 3 or more attached directly to the aromatic loop nucleus. Suppose one hydroxy group is attached to the uh, phenyl group, then it is called as a monohydric. If two hydroxyl groups are attached, dihydric. Three hydroxyl groups are attached, are called trihydric. So that means hydroxyl group means OH group it is. Okay. The simplest number of this family is named as phenol. Other phenols are generally named as derivatives of. Okay. Okay, now let me discuss about monohydric phenols. Monohydric phenols means containing only a one hydroxyl group. Example for that is 2-nitrophenol. So that means it is a ortho-substituted phenol it is, and 4-aminophenol, that means para-substituted compound para-aminophenol. So again 2-hydroxybenzoic acid, 2,4-dichlorophenol. These are all I think examples for monohydric. The second category is uh, dihydric phenols, in which two hydroxyl groups are present. Okay, 1,2-dihydroxybenzene, it is catechol. 1,3-dihydroxybenzenes are resorcinol. 1,4-dihydroxybenzene is hydroquinone, which are of dihydric phenols. Two hydroxyl groups are present in that molecule. Okay, in the aromatic ring. Third one is trihydric phenols. Trihydric phenol means which are containing three hydroxyl groups. Okay, pyrogalol, okay, chloroglucinol, and 1,2,4 benzene triol. These are all the examples. And let us move on to the acidic character of phenol. Acidic characters of phenols are, um, I mean, uh, discussed with the help of pK values. Anyhow, phenols are much more acidic than alcohols, so but less than carboxylic acid or even carbonic acid. Okay, because the reason for that is uh, resonance stabilized molecule. I mean, this phenoxide ions are more stable one. I mean, comparing with the uh, simple alcohols. Okay. Uh, Phenols are acidic normally due to the formation of a stable phenoxide ion, that means C6H5O minus in the aqueous solutions. For example, phenol itself gives phenoxide ions on dissociation. So therefore it is acidic. Okay, phenoxide ions are stable due to resonance. Here four different resonance structures have been given in the presentations. Okay. So the notice that the negative charge is spread throughout the benzene ring and thereby effectively dispersed. This charge delocalization is a stabilizing factor for phenoxide ion. Okay. On the other hand, uh, the no resonance is possible in alkoxide ions or derived from the alcohols. Okay, so even for ethyl alcohol and methyl alcohol. Okay, so the negative charge on the um, concentrated concentrated on a single oxygen atom. Okay, therefore the alcohols are much more weaker acids on phenols because there is no resonance uh, structure in the uh, I mean alkoxide ions. Okay, so for example, pKa of phenol is 10, but that of cyclohexanol is 17. Thus, the phenol is 10 to the power of 7 times more acidic than alcohol because uh, cyclohexanol has more pKa values. So, comparing with phenol, therefore it is less acidic than phenol because it has no resonance structure. That means no resonance structure is possible for alkoxide ions generated by the cyclohexanol. So here, with the help of this statement, I think acidity, uh, I mean, uh, more acidic compounds have been identified. Electron withdrawing substituent are, increases the acidity, which are of nitro group, um, Cl, Cn, COOH, and CHO. Okay, electron donating substituents normally decreases the acidity, which are of CH3, OCH3, NH2, OH, OR. Okay,
So in this preparation part, so there are variety of preparation methods are there. So as far as your syllabus concerned, they have prescribed uh, few among those preparations. Uh, the first one is preparation from diazonium salt. Okay, so by the hydrolysis of benzene diazonium chloride, this preparations could be done. Okay, the most convenient method of preparation of phenols involves the hydrolysis of diazonium salts. Okay, so hydrolysis of diazonium takes place. Okay, to prepare phenol. Hmm. So the diazonium salt may be prepared by the reaction of an aromatic primary amine with nitrous acid at the low temperature. So this was the main precursor for the synthesis of phenol. Okay, so diazonium salt. Diazonium salt may be prepared by the reaction of aromatic primary amines with, okay, nitrous acids at the low temperature. Okay, hydrolysis of the diazonium salt with water and acid gives phenol. So the thing is, for this preparations we require two steps. The first thing, the precursor synthesis. That means the diazonium salt. Okay, diazonium salt may be prepared by the reaction of aromatic primary amines. Remember, C6H5NH2 with nitrous acid. Remember, at the low temperature, this diazonium salt prepared C6H5N2 plus Cl minus it is, okay, on hydrolysis of the diazonium salt with water and acid gives phenol. So the reaction follows as below. Okay, thus if an aqueous solution of benzene diazonium chloride is added slowly to the large volume of boiling dilute H2SO4, phenol is obtained. Okay, so this diazonium chloride or salt is added slowly to the large volume of boiling dilute H2SO4, phenol is obtained. Remember, okay. Benzene diazonium hydrogen sulfate gives better result due to the absence of side reactions. So, if suppose if we use benzene diazonium hydrogen sulfate, okay, gives better results. That is why this benzonium chloride is added slowly to the large volume of boiling dilute H2SO4. So this diazonium salt is later boiling with H2SO4, dilute H2SO4 gives benzene diazonium hydrogen sulfate C6H5N2HSO4, okay, which on hydrolysis with water and acid. Water means H2O, acid means H plus. Acid is a substance which donates proton. I mean it has plenty of H plus ions. Okay, that is protons. Therefore, H plus representation is given in the reaction side. Remember, and then go for little heat. We have to apply for this. Uh, so I mean to promote this reactions. So by applying heat, hydrolysis of this benzene diazonium hydrogen sulfate takes place. So this is the way one could synthesizing phenol by the diazonium chloride. Suppose if we choose this like of reactions, one could avoid the side reactions also. Okay, then the second method is synthesis of phenol from the cumin hydroperoxide method. Okay, from cumin hydroperoxide method means in the recent year a new method for the synthesis of phenol from cumin or isopropyl benzene has been developed. Okay, isopropyl benzene has been developed. This has the potentiality of becoming the principal source of phenol. So, because of the requirement of phenol, one could choose preferably cumin have hydroperoxide methods only. It is one of the best method one could use to synthesize this. So the rearrangement involved in the transformation of cumin hydroperoxide into phenol is one to shift to an electron deficient oxygen atom as the phenyl group is joined to carbon in the uh, peroxide and to oxygen in the phenol. Okay, this is how I think the transformation of cumin hydroperoxide into phenol. This is through via 1-2 shift of an electron deficient oxygen atom, as the phenyl group is joined to the carbon in the peroxide. Okay, to the and to oxygen in the phenol. So that means the cumin is having C6H5 CH3 twice, isn't it? Carbon carbon chain is there. So that we have to replace. Okay, that carbon carbon bond you have to break. So by using I mean um, cumin hydroperoxide, 1-2 shift through, I mean the phenol formation is possible. Okay, this is what I mean. Cumin to cumin hydroperoxide could be synthesized through air oxidation. Then 1-2 shift of an electron deficient oxygen atom, as the phenyl group is joined to the carbon in the peroxide, and to the oxygen in the phenol, and to oxygen in the phenol. So replacing of carbon by oxygen takes place, okay, via 1-2 shift. So now let us move on to the most important part of the phenol chapter. This is a reaction of phenols. As we know, electrophilic substitutions and nucleophilic substitutions uh, of organic compounds, aromatic rings, isn't it? So here we are focusing on electrophilic substitutions. So here electrophile means electron deficient positively charged specificities. It is going to approach the electron rich part of the aromatic ring. So before we shall start this electrophilic substitutions, we need to know uh, in which position electrophile will approach or electrophile will add. So therefore we need to understand the I mean properties of phenol. Okay, so ortho and para positions are electron rich part of benzene ring here, because phenoxide ring I mean phenoxide ion formation takes place due to ionization. Okay, due to the protonation, because phenol is acidic, so it donates proton easily. Okay, so because of this donation, the oxygen which is present in the phenol, I mean brings negative charge in that, so which will make ortho and para positions are electron rich center. Okay, so normally electrophiles are attacks or adds to ortho para position of phenol only. Okay, meta is electron deficient center. Okay, remember. So the resonance structure of phenoxide ion explains where one electrophile could approach. So resonance structure is very important as far as this electrophilic substitution. So that is why we need to understand electrophilic substitutions of phenol uh, is very important while writing these reactions. Nitrations, first one. Okay, with dilute nitric acid it gives the mixture of ortho para nitrophenol. Just now I told ortho para directed this nitro group. Remember, because nitro group is electron deficient, so which approach or add to the ortho or para of phenol, because ortho para positions are electron rich due to its phenoxide ion formations. Okay, with the dilute nitrogens, nitric acid, it gives a mixture of ortho para nitrophenol. Dilute HNO3 in the sense it is nitrating it is having plenty of nitro groups. Okay, so therefore the ortho para compounds or derivatives are synthesized. Mixture of para-nitrophenol and orthophenol can be separated by steam distillations only due to the difference in their boiling points. Okay, para-nitrophenol is less steam volatile due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Remember, para. Para may, because it is far away from hydroxyl group of phenol. Remember. So therefore, it is less steam volatile. Okay, so orthophenol is more volatile due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, so paranitrile is separated at higher temperature rather than orthonitrophenol due to its intramolecular hydrogen bonding means within a molecule the hydrogen bonding takes place. Inter means between the molecule, but here inter in the sense within that. Okay. Different dipole undergo interactions. Hydrogen of phenol is um, non-covalently bonded with nitro oxygens. Remember, so that is what intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So nitro group is present at ortho positions. This is very nearer to the hydroxyl group of phenol, isn't it? So that will make an hydrogen bond easily rather than para. Para means it is far away. Remember, it is not easily possible. Okay. So and another method is with concentrated nitric acids. It forms 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. So this is nitrating mixture it is. Okay. Commonly known as 2,4,6 triphenol is commonly known as picric acid. It is commonly available in laboratory. So during your practical hours, you can see the compounds in the uh, reagent stand. Okay, there you can find the picric acid solids also. So this could be synthesized. It is a derivative of phenol only. So this is possible only in the nitrating mixture. So nitrating mixture means it is the combination of two acid HNO3 and H2SO4. So in the beginning nitrations, it is conducted in dilute nitric acid. It is a different one. Okay, it's not an. It is also. It is a nitrating. HNO3 is having plenty of nitrates. Of course, agree. But it is not a nitrating mixture. Nitrating mixture means HNO3 is added in H2SO4 concentrated. That is nitrating mixture. Suppose if we treat our phenol with nitrating mixture, definitely we are um, getting 2,4,6 triphenol only, because these 2,4,6 positions are electron rich center of phenol. So therefore electrophile like NO2 minus approach NO2 plus approach 2,4,6 positions of phenols. So therefore um, it forms 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. Okay, commonly known as picric acid. Next, sulfonation. Sulfonation means sulfate ions. Okay, sulfonation means SO3H plus ions. Addition of SO3H plus ion. So the sulfonation of phenol occurs readily to yield the cheaply the orthoisomers or the paraisomers depending upon the temperature. Suppose if we apply 15 to 20 degrees centigrade temperature, or heating your um, phenol mixture at 15 to 20 degrees centigrade, orthos phenol sulfonic acid was readily synthesized. Okay, suppose if we apply 100 degree centigrade to the reaction mixture, so then parasulfonic acid, paraphenol sulfonic acids are possible. Okay, so depending upon the temperature, ortho and para isomers are synthesized. Okay, this is about sulfonation. Next, go for the halogenations. Okay, so these three are the common, I think, electrophilic substitutions in aromatic ring. Remember, halogenation in the sense with the aqueous solution of bromine, it readily forms tribromophenol, like trinitrophenol. So bromine is a Br plus electrophile approach ortho para positions of phenols only, because ortho directing these are electrophiles are ortho para directing. So therefore we produce 2,4,6 tribromophenol. 2,4,6 tribromophenol is the white precipitated compound it is. In our reaction mixture, if we treat bromine, aqueous bromine to phenol, we are ended up with white precipitate of 2,4,6 tribromophenol. Okay. If halogenation is carried out, halogenation means addition of halogens to the aromatic ring, is carried out in the solvent of low polarity also, such as chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, or CS2, carbon disulfide. Okay, so reaction can be limited to monohalogenations. Remember, so if we want to synthesize monohalogens, that halogenation should be carried out in the solvent of low polarity. Remember, okay. Aqueous means that mixture is solution is having plenty of water, isn't it? Water means it is having more polar. Okay, so therefore 2,4,6 tribromophenol is occurred. Okay, obtained. So as in the low polarity solvent like chloroform, carbon tetrachloride and CS2, the reaction can be limited to a monohalogen. Either it may be ortho or parabromophenols. I think these three are the electrophilic substitutions they have mentioned. Okay. So the nitrations gives 2,4,6 trinitro and ortho or para nitro phenols. Sulfonations give us, sulfonated, your phenol is treated with sulfuric acid, gives, I think, sulfonated compounds, phenols. Halogenation means addition of halogen it is. So if we perform our experiment with aqueous solutions of bromine, it readily forms tribromophenols. If we carried out halogenations in solvent like low polar solvent, chloroform carbon tetrachloride, carbon disulfide, reactions can be limited to monohalogen. Okay. Okay. Now let us move on to the Schotten-Bowman reactions. Schotten-Bowman reaction is um, it is acylation reactions. Okay, acylation means addition of COCH3 group. This could be done through acid chlorides. Remember, acetyl chloride or benzyl chloride through acylation of phenol is achieved. Okay, phenol reacts with acid chloride and acid anhydrides to form corresponding ethers. Okay, acylations to give ethers. Phenyl acetate and phenyl benzoate. Suppose your phenol is treated with acetyl chloride, phenyl acetate is formed. C6H5OCOCH3. Okay, it is ether only. Okay. Functional group of ether is OCOCH3. Okay. ROCOR. Ether general formula it is. Okay. So if we treating our phenol with benzyl chloride, phenyl benzoate is generated. So this reaction is called Schotten-Bowman reactions. Reaction with benzyl chloride is called. Remember, reaction with benzyl specially, okay, is called Bowman. So in this hydroxyl group is replaced by corresponding acyl group or CO group, COCH3 group. Okay. Mechanism of actions. So in the first step, phenoxide ion is generated by treating your phenol with base, strong base like NaOH. C6H5O minus is generated. This is good nuclear, which is having electron rich oxygens. Okay, so this will approach to the carbonyl carbon of acid chlorides, because carbonyl carbon of acid chloride is electron deficient, because carbon is attached with oxygen. Oxygen usually having more electronegative character than carbon. Remember, so therefore, this phenoxide ion approaches towards carbonyl carbon of acetyl chloride. So here in this during this approach, oxygen to carbon bond formation takes place along with the removal of chloride ions. Bond making and bond breaking. Bond making in the sense oxygen to carbon bond formations. Bond breaking means carbon to Cl. Okay. HCl is a living group in that. So that leads to, I mean, phenyl benzoate molecules. Okay, this is simple reactions. It took place in two steps. First one is phenoxide ion formations. Then the attack of phenoxide on carbonyl carbon of acid chloride, benzoyl chloride. So this leads to the formation of phenyl benzoate. Okay, this is called Scotton-Bowman reaction, acylation reaction. Okay, next, Hoben-Hussich reactions. Hoben-Hussich reaction means this reaction is usually applicable to phenol, phenolic ethers, and some reactive heterocyclic compound like pyrols. That means Hoben-Hussich reaction means Friedel-Crafts type acylation using nitriles and HCl in the presence of Lewis acid. Remember, so this acylation type of acylations using nitriles and HCl in the presence of Lewis acid. Lewis acid means zinc chloride is in Lewis acid here. In presence of Lewis acid, I mean acylation reactions takes place. Friedel-Crafts type of acylation takes place when this meta substituted phenol, okay, produces 2,4 dihydroxyacetophenol. Via ketimine hydrochloride formation. Remember, the reaction is not successful towards monohydric phenols due to the formation of iminoether hydrochlorides. Remember, so the reaction is very successful with polyhydroxyphenols, especially the meta polyhydroxyphenols. Okay, this reaction is more successful in the case of polyhydroxy. Polyhydroxy means more than one hydroxyl group. So this phenol is having two hydroxyl groups. So therefore this is called polyhydroxy phenol. It is polyhydroxy. Okay, two hydroxyl groups are there. So this reaction is very successful for Hoben-Hussich reactions. Okay. Now let us move on to the mechanism of actions. Hoben-Hussich reaction is carried out in the presence of Lewis acids. Here Lewis acid means which accept lone pair of an electron from the molecule. Okay, that could be possible in nitrile groups also, because nitrile group is having nitrogens. Okay, so heteroatom. So this will make an complexations. I mean, this will make an coordinated bonds with zinc chloride. During this complexation, nitrogen donates its lone pair to zinc chloride. So therefore, this nitrile group carbon becomes electropositive. So that means because of this coordination, carbon of nitrile group, this nitrile group, carbon of this nitrile group carries a positive charge. So Therefore, it will approach polyhydroxy uh, aromatic compounds at ortho or para positions of the molecule, because uh, as far as the stability and resonance concerned, this electrophilic substitutions takes place at ortho or para positions of the polyhydroxy compound. So usually electrophiles are ortho or para directed. Okay, so electrophiles are substituted in the next step. So soon after the hydrolysis of molecule takes place. Okay, so hydrolysis through, I mean, addition of acyl group on polyhydroxy phenol takes place. Okay, so when the hydrogen cyanide is used in place of RCN, RCN is alkyl nitrile, alkyl substituted nitrile compound it is. Okay, in place of RCN, HCN is used. Aromatic aldehyde may be obtained, otherwise ketonic compounds may be obtained. So in place of alkyl cyanide, if we use hydrogen cyanide, aromatic aldehyde may be obtained, and the reaction is called Zettermann reactions. Thus, Zettermann reaction is the special case of Hoben-Hussich reactions. Okay, so this will take place in three steps. First step, complexation with zinc chloride, so thereby generating electrophiles. This is electrophile. So this will substituted in ortho or para of polyhydroxyphenol to give acylated compound. I mean, addition of acyl group takes place at ortho of this polyhydroxy. Ortho directed compounds are major here rather than para. Okay, only this position is preferably, I mean, predominant, more predominant. So this type of reactions could be done in the presence of Lewis acid only. Lewis acid through, I mean, this kind of derivative, I mean, acylated compounds of polyhydroxyphenol is derived. Okay, this is the, I mean, way one could synthesize the molecule. Okay, so in place of alkyl cyanide, if we use hydrogen cyanide, aromatic aldehydes are obtained. So that is called Zettermann reactions. Zettermann reaction it is. Thus, Zettermann reaction is the special case of Hoben-Hussich reactions. Okay. So we shall discuss Zettermann reactions in separately. Okay. Already in the first presentations, already in my first video, I have compiled Zettermann reaction also. So that Zettermann reaction is the special case of Hauben-Hussich reaction. Okay, now let us move on to the Reimer-Timer reaction. It is a formylation reaction. Okay, so the treatment of phenol with chloroform and aqueous NaOH base at 60 degrees centigrade followed by acidification gives a CHO group containing organic molecules. Okay, mainly in the ortho positions to hydroxyl group. So byproduct is also be there, para substituted compound also. As I said, I think electrophiles are directed towards ortho or para positions. As far as um, extent of product concerned, ortho substituted compounds are the main compounds. I mean, ortho substituted molecules are obtained in large scale rather than para. Okay. So if carbon tetrachloride in place of CHCl3 chloroform, salicylic acid is obtained. Ortho derivative being the main product. Suppose in place of uh, chloroform, carbon tetrachloride is used, CCl4 is used, salicylic acid is formed. Suppose if we use CHCl3, aldehyde are the main product. Okay, carbon tetrachloride gives acids, chloroform gives aldehydes. Remember, both are Reimer-Timer reactions only. Reimer-Timer is especially it is called as formylation reaction. Okay, now let us move on to the mechanism of actions. Okay, now let us move on to its mechanism of actions, formylation reaction mechanism. So it takes place in three steps. In the first step, formation of dichlorocarbene from chloroforms. So dichlorocarbene is electrophile here. So it is generated in the first step using chloroform. Okay. In presence of base, dichlorocarbene is generated. So this dichlorocarbene is electrophile here. It is positively charged compound it is. So substitution takes place at ortho or para positions. So on attack of electrophiles, okay. So this ortho substituted or para substituted pinoxide ion is generated. In the later stage, this pinoxide ion on acidification, hydrolysis and acidifications through orthohydroxyaldehyde or parahydroxyaldehydes are generated. Orthohydroxybenzaldehyde means salicylaldehyde. One more is parahydroxybenzaldehyde. Okay, so this is how I think mechanism. It took place in three steps. The electrophile is the dichlorocarbene. It could be synthesized or prepared through chloroform in presence of base. Okay, so then followed by electrophilic substitutions on the phenol ring. It is possible in ortho or para position of phenol because electrophilic substitution takes place at ortho or para because it is electron rich center rather than this meta. This is meta positions, this is ortho positions, this is para positions. Electrophiles are normally approaching towards ortho or para rather than this. So approach should be at ortho or para. Okay. So in this formylation reactions, ortho substituted compounds are major in nature. Okay. So more amount of ortho substituted compounds are obtained, so rather than para. Okay. So after this electrophilic substitution, phenoxide ions are generated, carbene substituted phenoxide ions. Okay. Then this on hydrolysis and acidifications through orthohydroxybenzoaldehyde or para-hydroxybenzoaldehydes are formed. This is mechanism of action of the same formulation reactions. Either you can use any of these mechanisms. In the earlier slide also I have step by step representation is given. Here also I mean both are same for the formulation reactions. Okay, you can write any of these mechanisms. Okay, mechanism of action says firstly, as I said, dichlorocarbene is formed from chloroform in the first step. Okay, so the chloroform gets protonated here in the presence of base. Chloroform gets deprotonated in the presence of base to form carbon ions. So this is what first step, which is readily loses, I mean, chloride ion, and finally dichlorocarbene is formed. This is so called electrophile in that reactions. Okay, this is highly reactive also. Then the phenol gets deprotonated to form, this phenol gets deprotonated to form this phenoxide ion. Deprotonation means removal of H plus ion. Removal of H plus ion. Remember, removal stands for negative sign. Okay, negative H minus of H plus ion is removal. Okay, that means the phenol gets deprotonated to form this phenoxide. Okay, this attacks on carbene formed in the first step, which leads to the formation of intermediate dichloromethyl substituted phenol. Okay, in the final step there is an attack of base. Again there will be an attack of base OH minus. Okay, which leads to the hydrolysis to form benzaldehyde, which leads to the hydrolysis to form benzaldehyde. The primary product is ortho substituted along with para-hydroxy benzaldehyde. So ortho substituted is a major product in that. Along with para, para is a minor product in this formulations. Okay, this is phenol. This is para positions to OH here. Aldehyde group is present. This is what para. Okay. Now let us move on to the last reaction, formylation reactions. So in the 1897, Getterman and Koch successfully introduced an aldehyde group onto toluene. Remember, C6H5CH3. Okay, using formyl chloride, HCOCl, as an acylating agent under the Prandtl-Kraft acylation conditions. Subsequently, the addition of formyl group into electron-rich aromatic ring by the application of Lewis acid catalyst like AlCl3, FeCl3, okay, ferric chloride, aluminum chlorides, trichlorides to prepare aromatic aldehyde became known as Zettermann Koch formulations. Remember, huh? Suppose if they ask for 2 marks, so this definitions you have to write. So the addition of formyl group into the electron-rich aromatic ring by the application of Lewis acid catalyst to prepare aromatic aldehyde is known as Zettermann-Koch formulations. Remember, the scope of Zettermann-Koch reaction is limited due to its lack of suitable substrates, and it is mostly restricted to alkyl benzene. So aromatic benzene, okay, fine. Toluene through, Zettermann reactions carried out. Okay, so mostly it is restricted to alkyl benzenes. Remember. So Zettermann introduced the modification which allowed the formulation of phenolic ethers and heteroaromatic compounds such as pyrroles and indoles too. Okay. The main drawback, remember, Zettermann formulation was that it called for the use of anhydrous hydrogen cyanide. It is more toxic also. Handling is very dangerous, more dangerous. To avoid handling HCN, R. Adams anhydrous cyanide, R. Adams generated it into a in situ form of zinc cyanide and hydrochloric acid, and this become known as Adams modification. This method has become more widely used in organic synthesis right now. Okay, so this is what introduction of CHO group ortho to the OH group of phenol with HCN, HCl and ZnCl2 catalyst is known as Zettermann reactions. So this is Lewis acid it is. Okay. This reaction is called the formulation of aromatic ring. Formulation in the sense, addition of CHO group, aldehyde group is called formulations. Remember, okay. So orthohydroxybenzaldehyde is the main. Now let us move on to its mechanism of actions. As I discussed this mechanism of Hauben-Hosech reactions in the earlier slide. Am I right? So in that alkyl cyanides are used to prepare I mean acylating compounds, acylated compounds. So in place of methyl cyanide, suppose if we use HCN, okay, so that will make I mean formulation of phenols. So that will be the this reaction is the special case of Hauben-Hosech. As I said in the earlier Hauben-Hosech discussions, HCN is generated in situ form of in situ from zinc cyanide and hydrochloric acid. Remember, so this electrophile, okay, this is in situ form of I mean generations. HCN is generated in situ form because handling is difficult. Handling of anhydrous is um, not good at all in the laboratory practices. So therefore, uh, they go for in situ form of HCN that could be synthesized or that could be prepared by using zinc cyanide. Zinc cyanide is a electrophile. It will make in complex with HCN. Okay. So because of this complexation, I mean electrophiles are generated, and this electrophiles in the latest step substitution on ortho or para of phenol takes place. Remember. So because electrophiles are directed towards ortho or para positions. Okay. In this mechanism, I have compiled ortho substituted aldehyde group. Okay, it is a ortho substituted formylation reaction. Okay, so electrophiles are attacks on um, ortho positions. So followed by hydrolysis gives formylated compounds, formylated phenols. Okay, so as I said, to avoid the handling of HCN, in situ form of HCN is generated. I mean, with the help of zinc cyanide and hydrochloric acid. Okay, this become known as Adams modifications also. This method has become more widely used in organic synthesis. So it will take place in, formylation takes place in 3 steps. In the first step, generation of electrophile. So by treating this HCN with zinc cyanide is Lewis acid here. So because of this complexation of this HCN with zinc chloride takes place. So this will make an electrophile generations, and this electrophiles are um, electrophile substituted in the ortho position of phenol in the second stage. On hydrolysis gives formulated compounds in the last step of the Gattermann reactions. This is how I think one could approach or one could synthesize the formulated compounds. Formulations are carried out in different, reagents. In Reimer timer, different, strategy is used. Zettermann, so Lewis acid like zinc cyanide is used. Okay. In the case of um, Reimer timer, carbene is generated. Okay. So here, so the complex in situ form of HCN is used. Okay, as a electrophiles. So this HCN is coordinated with zinc chloride of reactions. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.